game. We are up to the final location, Barcelona. And I don't know if there are any extra puzzles at the end, but I think we'll just play through what we have, appreciate it, and see where we end up. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the first level in Barcelona. Another train here. We have Salem, the Pentagon, talking to us. You fell asleep twice in class today. And Elizabeth, the Triangle. I'm very EP. What can I say? You didn't stay up all night playing Quad of Duty 9, didn't you? Look, the battle pass ends tomorrow and I'm 20 levels behind. I love Salem's angry side eye here. They're very unimpressed with Elizabeth. You bought the battle pass too. Well, all my friends had the new costumes, so I'm your friend and I'm telling you to play more indie games. That's a very good suggestion. If you trade me your chips, I'll let you borrow my copy of Minami Lane. I think that's a real game, although I haven't played it. Maybe it's by the same publishers. You drive a hard bargain, but you've got yourself a deal. Okay. So, we have done one of these before. We need to fit all of the luggage in on the left, including someone's unclosed giant shears. It would be helpful if I could snip them closed. Let's just see if we can fit everything in for now. We have a long surfboard here. It's 3 squares long, so I think we're gonna need the shears to be right at the bottom. Put that there. Oh, if we just reverse what we have done, I think we'll be good. Put that there. There we go. All of the luggage fit in, and now we have to place the passengers. The train levels are a little bit tricky because there are some people who are hot, like Winnie here, and so Winnie wants to sit in the path of one of these AC units. However, there are also some people here like Marty who are sensitive to the cold. So, they do not want to sit in the path of an AC unit. We're gonna have to find a partner for Winnie here. They want to talk to someone. Derry here also wants to talk to someone. We'll put them at the back there. A couple of stinky shapes. They both forgot to shower. Ira and Mia. Mia would like to be with someone though. And Ira wants to read. We'll try and keep them together to contain the smell. Elizabeth wants to sleep and Everyone wants to be by the window. Salem wants to sleep, but wants to be in an aisle seat. Jade would like to read and doesn't like bad smells. And Nasli plays loud music and can't stand talking. We'll slot them in there and send the train on to the next stop. Here we are. Okay. We lost a few passengers, but we're getting quite a few more. So I think we're going to have a bit of trouble fitting everyone in. Let's see if we can fit this in first. I wonder whose scissors these are. They're causing issues with trying to fit everything in. I think potentially we need to shift them into the middle. There we go. Perfect. Right, let's see. There's a load of shapes here who are very hot. How many have we got now? There's one already on here, Winnie. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. If we only had one of the AC units on, we would cover 8. 8 seats. So we are going to have to put both of the AC units on, which leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 seats for anyone sensitive to the cold. Shall we find all of the shapes that are sensitive to the cold and fit them in first? Well, it's not going to be the ones that are hot. Olivia is. Okay. We have, thankfully, only 3 shapes, so we'll just leave them like that for now. Winnie would like someone to talk to, and Lynn. Lynn is, oops, picked up the wrong shape there. Elijah is the only other shape that wants to talk and isn't sensitive to the cold. We have Lynn though, who is hot. They don't want to fall asleep and they don't like bad smells. We'll put them in the vicinity of a couple of loudly chatting shapes to keep them awake. Natalia is hot and forgot to shower. Concentrate there. I'll put them back in the smelly section. Mika is hot and is wearing too much cologne. Just put them there. Victoria's hot and doesn't like strong odors. How about over there? Maeve is hot and wants to sleep, so they're not going to be able to sit next to anyone loudly chatting or playing music. Unfortunately, right now, they're going to have to join in with the unwashed shapes. Gosho's hot and doesn't like bad smells. And Aiden is just hot, so we are good to go with that. Okay. What? Someone took their scissors with them. Perfect. Perfect. We do now have 2 large donuts. So we're gonna have to fit them in like this. Boop. Oops. Boop. Okay. Right. We don't have nearly as many shapes who are hot this time. But a couple more shapes that sensitive to the cold. So why don't we... Why don't we turn off one of these? Oh, Maeve wants to sleep. Why? It's the loud music. Okay, okay. Wants to read, smells. I'm gonna shift Marty down there. Maeve can sleep now. We're gonna need someone loud near Lynn though to keep them awake. How about Fareed? Perfect. Roshan is sensitive to the cold and can't stand loud music. Let's put them there. Barry is hot and is wearing too much cologne. We could put them there. Swap them round, perfect. Lucia is doesn't want to be next to a kid and wants to read. At the moment we don't have any spaces for that. I could move Mia up here, put Lucia back here, and we're gonna have to find someone who doesn't mind smelling like an unwashed shape for the rest of the day. Wings wants to be next to someone. Sensitive to the cold, how about that? Onyx doesn't want to be next to a kid, they don't like bad smells. Alexi wants to be with their parent Fareed. I've lost their parent. Where are they? Ah, here they are. Can I just put them there? Perfect. Harper wants to be next to another kid. Oh no. We're gonna have to do some shuffling then. Adley's a kid. How about that? There we go. Angela doesn't like bad smells and doesn't want to be next to a kid. And Onyx doesn't want to be next to a kid and doesn't like bad smells. We could put Onyx down here, but we're gonna have to find someone who wants to sit next to Mia. At the moment we can't pick any of these shapes that are reading, because Fareed is playing loud music. These two need to be next to each other because Harper wants to sit next to another kid. Doesn't like bad smells, sensitive to the cold, doesn't like loud music. I think we're gonna have to do some shuffling. Wants to read, sensitive to the cold. It can't be any of these shapes that are hot, because we'll have to turn the AC on and shuffle quite a few things around. Okay, let's see. Okay. That bad smell does go across the aisle, so we won't be able to switch them around. They need talkers. Of course, Lucia doesn't smell though. Dogs gonna have to go next to each other. Wants to read. Doesn't like bad smells. Let's see. Sensitive to the cold. Next to another kid. Let's look at the candidates. It could be Roshan, but we will have to move Fareed. Jade here. Could we move them around? They don't like bad smells. Roshan just doesn't like loud music. So maybe we could swap them. Oh. Jade is a kid. I didn't realize. seat with a kid. That could be maybe helpful. Oh, Farid's sensitive to the cold. Who was it that wants to be next to a kid? Harper. Harper wants to be next to a kid. So we could maybe fit them on a 4-seat. Oh, they're happy there because Jade's part of the group. Ah, there we go. There we go. In the end, it was a very straightforward change from how I had it. Just moving Adley up into this seat, but I'm glad we got there. Okay, let's move on to the next stop. Okay. Oh, a couple of characters we know. We have Coda, Nat, and Drew as well. They all want to be next to each other, so we're going to have to put them onto one of the 4 seats. Let's see, Coda wants to be with their friends, of course. They want to be by the window and they don't like the smell of cologne. Drew wants to be with their friends and they don't like bad smells. And Nat just wants to be with their friends. So we can, I'm just going to put them down here. Oh, actually, because Coda wants to be by the window, we're going to have to put them on this top group. Put that there, put Drew there, perfect. So they're pretty happy there, although Jade wants to read now. Go put them next to Harper. Quinn is hot and wants to be with someone. They can join the squad. Batul wants to be with someone but doesn't like the smell of cologne. How about next to Lucia? Wyatt wants to be with someone and is playing loud music. Jeez, we have a lot of clingy shapes on this train. They play loud music. We could put them here. Amos wants to be with someone and doesn't like bad smells. Aldous wants to be with someone and can't stand loud music. And Marcia wants to doesn't like strong odors and can't stand loud music. Okay, with their parent. What was this one? They can't stand bad smells. They don't mind cologne then, so we could put them there. Farid is still here, playing their loud music and causing us issues. We could swap them over though, I think. Oh, no, of course not. We have the AC set up specifically. Where can we put them where they won't mind the loud music? How about here? Marcia doesn't like doesn't like strong odors. So Mika and their powerful cologne is going to be causing an issue. We can swap those two up. Who's not happy? Oh, actually, we're pretty good. I just need to do the luggage. We can put that one up there. We can put that there. in. Why don't we do it like... let's see. Just shuffling it around a little bit until we can find a nice... There we go, there we go. And we can send them on their way. That was the final stop. And we have some dialogue from the gang here. Nat here has said, "I'm home. I can't wait to tell Alexis all about my journey." Coda says, "I love visiting new places and feeling their vibe." Drew said, "What's Barcelona's vibe?" "It feels like discovery, innovation, determination. Maybe your vibe detector could point us to a good restaurant. I'll take you to a place with the best crema catalana in the city." Sounds tasty. Perfect, all complete. Let's move on to the next level. Oh, I thought we were gonna head to a restaurant, but looks like we have some work to do first. In Co-working Inc. I can see the gang are here again. Drew, Nat and Coda. They all want to be with each other as usual. Very cute. And Coda wants to be next to a plant. Nat wants to be able to focus on work. And Drew needs a computer. Let's put the plant in the back corner there. Put Coda there. Put Drew there. Nat there, sorry. We have Joao, the regional manager. They're wearing too much cologne and they are hot. Oh, I see. I didn't realize we had AC in this unit. Oops. And we have Dahlia, the assistant to the regional manager, but they are unfortunately sensitive to the cold. We'll put them, they do want to sit nearby though, so we'll put them on the other side, the other group of workstations. Goran wants to talk to someone. Ava wants to meet with Goran. And Freya wants to meet with Joao. Where are you? Oh, they want to sit right next to them. Swap them over and I'll put them down there. Perfect. I'm going to put this pairing just down here for now. Artemis does not like to work and they want to be next to a vending machine. How about that? Natalia doesn't like the smell of cologne and needs a computer. And Jenny wants to be able to focus on work and also needs a computer. We are gonna have to shuffle slightly about that. Perfect. Coda said, "Drew and I were talking and then Drew said, 'We think you should be the one to introduce the film.'" Nat said, "Me?" "Yeah, Nat, this is your hometown. And none of us would be here without you. We believe in you." That's sweet. Let's get our next batch of shapes in. Okay. We have a couple more that want to chat, so let's see if we can pair them up. As they're the most restrictive. Ishani wants to meet with Joao. Put them there. Albert wants to be next to a water is hot and wants to be able to focus on work. So we're not going to be able to put them on this batch of seats because Ishani is chatting loudly. Jenny doesn't need the vending machine anymore, so we can move Ava and Corin over here. Oh, Jenny wants to focus. Put them there, maybe. Put them there. Put Hari there. Riley is also hot and forgot to shower. Yuki doesn't like bad smells. Nasli has a video call and wants to be next to a board. What if we swap them there? Why are they talking so loudly? Oh, what if we move? What if we move them like this? Oh, Haru's hot. Of course, they're gonna have to be in the path of the AC, but they both want to focus. Who was the video call? This one needed a computer. Oh, they need silence, of course, for the video call. Okay. That's awkward. Okay. Let's see. They're hot and forgot to shower. They're hot as well. Put them just there. Put them over here. Why don't they like? They need to be able to focus, but the video call is disrupting them. Okay, how much? The entire. Okay. As we have things at the moment, we've got nowhere to fit them in. A noisy bunch this time around. And Elijah doesn't like to work and needs a computer. We can put them there. So we just need to fit Jenny in. Jenny needs to focus and needs a computer as well. I've got to shower hot and needs to focus. They don't need to focus though, they want to be next to her. They just don't want to be next to a vending machine. How about that? So we can put them there. Try and group up all of the loud people. Forgot to shower. Focus. Yuki doesn't like bad smells. Okay. I think we might need a big shake-up to get this to work. What if we put Joao and Ishani down here? Dahlia's gonna have to shift down as well, though. Oh, that's not gonna work because Nasli needs quiet for the video call. I guess with that then, it would make sense to try and fit Nasli down here. So that, because they're only one person talking, and we don't want them to take up an entire group of 4 seats with their noise. So who wouldn't mind sitting next to them? Yuki wouldn't mind. Who else have we got? Haru's hot. They want to be able to focus as well. Anyone here sensitive to the cold? Noah is. And so because we have at least one person sensitive to the cold, we can't have both of the ACs on, or else there wouldn't be any seats. Oh, it needs to be able to focus. That's not going to work there. I think then we are going to have to shift the AC over there. Probably. Just swap them around. Boiling. Okay. That's looking a bit better. Ours hot and needs to be able to focus. None of these guys are hot. In fact, they're sensitive to the cold. A tricky one. A tricky one. Talia needs to sit next to Joao. Or nearby, considering they are sensitive to the cold. What if we put them down there? Is that going to be close enough? That is close enough. Sensitive to the cold. We're going to have to put them like up here or something. PC not found. PC have to put the bus is watching. Overall, this didn't help. Because Aru is hot and needs to focus on their work. Video call. So we have Nasli needs one of these kind of tables. It could be the small one all to themselves, because they need the quiet for the video call. Haru also needs one of them all to themselves to focus, but they're also hot. So let's see. Dania is going to need to be near to the regional manager. Can we put them? Can we put them back where we had them? Where is it? Next to the water cooler. Okay, put them there. This is looking promising. We have a table here with no one talking, so we could put Haru down here, and then Jenny needs to focus on his computer. Okay. Ooh, that one was tricky, but we got there in the end. Let's move on to the next batch. Hopefully, this next batch are not as picky with their working environments. Maybe if they are, they should just stay home. Whoa. We have 3 assistants to the regional manager. Aria, Gianna, and Tiani. Let's see if we can fit them all in then. Gianni wants to meet with Joao, so put them there. Aria needs a computer, put them there. So that's a pretty good table of 4. We have one other person who's hot though, Avery, and they don't like to work. We just put them there, far away from the boss. Oh, Matthew is also hot and has a video call, so they're gonna need a computer. Like that. Anastasia doesn't like to work and wants to talk to someone. Laura wants to meet with Dahlia. And Burke doesn't want to be next to a plant and doesn't like to work. Perfect. Perfect. Things lined up very well for us there, and we set them all in. Nice and easy. Here's the manager. Joao, sales are way down. Why is no one buying our cars? Gianna says, it seems more and more shapes are opting for public transportation. Oh, boy, are we feeling it. Really, I can't was nice not having to worry about traffic. Everyone was very polite, plus it's better for the invite. Clean out your desk. I don't know that you can fire someone for that. But we have a room full of happy shapes, so not my problem. Let's see. A couple more people. We have another assistant to the regional manager, Olivia, who is hot and doesn't want to be next to Tiani. Okay, cool. We can just have them in the group of 4. Anyone else also hot? There's 2 shapes there. Gaia, who's hot and needs a computer. And Tarek, who's hot and doesn't want to be next to Gaia. Perfect. We have a couple of people who have a meeting. Atlas and Atlas, who has a meeting with Kari. Oh, who is hot? Okay. Is there anyone here sensitive to the cold? I don't think so, so we might be in luck. We can put both of the ACs on. Perfect. Aiden wants to be able to focus, and they want to be next to a plant. Put them down there, about that. Perfect. Liam doesn't want to work, and they forgot to shower. How about down here? Perfect. Amelia doesn't want to be next to Aiden, and doesn't want to be next to a vending machine. Oh, and finally Ollie, who wants to meet with Liam and needs a computer. We could put them down here then. Where's Liam down there? Oh, Matthew needs silence. Aiden wants to focus. Let's see. So we have how many chatting shapes have we got? We've got 1 here, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 shapes producing noise, 2 of which need a table to themselves. So we're gonna have to put these like up here. We could maybe move this group off. Liam needs a computer. Alice doesn't want to be. Kari doesn't like to work. We could swap them over like this. Oh, but Aiden desperately needs to be next to a plant. And they also need to be able to focus. Put them like that. Okay, that's okay. Oh, I've just put the boss back in the same place though. I wanted to swap them over. So that. Oh, they don't want to sit next to each other, of course, but they need to be near the boss. Does this count? It doesn't count. I wanted to move the boss over in the corner because Kari doesn't like to work. Great, we could maybe, I'm gonna swap these guys back. Like that, and we'll put Kari and Atlas maybe down here in the corner. Like that. What else have we got? Anyone else? Ollie wants to meet with Liam and they need a computer. Put them like that. And finally Gaia is hot and needs a computer. I'm pretty sure we are in exactly the same position where we need to fit Gaia in somewhere. Video call. Matthew needs a video call. Tarek doesn't want to be next to Gaia. does that work? Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And I think that is the final group of shapes here. Great, great. We can move on to the next level. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh, we are here at a some kind of ball game. Football, I suppose, in Barcelona. Laura said, "What's that smell?" Samuel said, "Fully loaded nachos. Want some?" Yes, please. What are they loaded with? Blue cheese and boiled cabbage. No, thank you. More for me. Yum. Okay, we have a new source of something smelly. These nachos with cheese. And Laura, for example, doesn't like strong odors. So let's just put them in there for now. Rio wants to be in row 3 and standing. Geordie and Quinn are both here for the home team. Quinn would like to stand. Nadia's here for the visiting team and they want to steal some food. I need a snack, they said. Why didn't you buy one? My goodness. We'll put them next to Samuel, who is eating some nachos. 3. Cicely cannot see well from far away and they want to steal some nachos. We're gonna have to put them next to Samuel then. But Laura doesn't like the strong odors. We'll put them right in the back. There. Burke wants to be alone and would like to sit. Finch doesn't like strong odors and wants to be in row 2. I'm gonna shift these over and we can put Finch over here. And finally Corey wants to stand and is cheering for the visiting team. Do they need to sit? They need to sit. Put them here then maybe. Okay, perfect. Perfect. One group of shapes, all happy. Let's see. Oh, I hope this doesn't cause issues. The nacho eaters are also messy. They've left entire nachos on the seats. Angela has sensitive ears and a piece of the banner. Oh, there here's a group of 3 who each have a third of the banner, so that they can very helpfully block anyone in row 4 and row 2 actually, because Annabella has a piece of the banner and is in row 2. Hiroshi doesn't like strong odors and Angela's sensitive ears. I'm gonna get them all to sit down, just in case it makes any kind of difference. Although I'm still pretty sure if I put someone right behind them, they wouldn't be able to see. Yeah, that's okay, that's okay. How about row 4? Good to go, good to go, good to go. Tony doesn't want to sit in a dirty seat, and they have an air horn. Dahlia would like to be in row 4. They want to sit and they cheer for the home team. Anastasia wants to be with Dahlia and cheers for the home team. Isaac wants to stand and cheers for the visiting team. I'm gonna move all of these banner shapes to be standing. May as well, considering they're holding banners anyway. So then we can put like Isaac down in the front. And can stand. Someone here has sensitive ears, don't they? I'm gonna shift them over by 1 and hopefully the noise doesn't reach them. Great, great, great. no, but Amelia wants to be in row 1 and they eat nachos with cheese. Oh, Hiroshi doesn't like the strong odors. I guess we can just split up Isaac and Ellison. And then we don't have to worry about the loud noise. Klaus has sensitive ears and doesn't like strong odors. And Ishani has sensitive ears and eats nachos with cheese. About just there. Oh, they can't breathe there, they can't breathe. Doesn't like strong odors. How about down here for Klaus? Okay, perfect. Great. Great, everyone happy. Let's move on to the next game. We have the group. The gang's back. Coda has said how nice from the festival to invite us to this soccer game. What's wrong, Nat? You've been so quiet lately. And Nat, who looks very, very sad, said it's hard to explain, but all this time I've been trying to find where I belong. I thought I had finally figured it out, but I'm only here because of you, Drew, Alexis and Val, and even Luca. Nat. That's all they've got to say for now. Let's see. So, as usual, they would like to all be together. Nat doesn't want a dirty seat. Drew wants to stand. And Coda has sensitive ears. Considering Drew wants to stand, shall we start off by having them in the back row? Although we can always shuffle them. Jessie cheers for the home team. Sophia cheers for the home team. Joao cheers for the home team. And Nasli does as well. Nasli would like to be with someone and they want to stand though. Sophia can't see well from far away, so we'll put them in the front row. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Liam wants to stand in row 2, so we'll put them there. Nisa wants to be with Artemis, and Artemis wants to steal nachos. Kai is the only one here with nachos, so we're gonna have to put them. We're gonna have to put them next to each other. Just have to. Oh, I guess they don't need to put them there. Put them just there. Put them just there as well. Okay. Although the visiting team cheer is now affecting quite a large portion of the seats, and the home team are not going to be happy about it. Enough with these chants. Of course, they don't like being there. Stand in row 2. Put them down there. Enough with these chants. Oh, of course, they're still overlapping. Oh, they're affecting everything that isn't in everything that isn't in row 1. Maybe we just move them back and move these 3 up here. So loud. Someone here likes strong odors. We'll just swap them around. I need a snack. Sitting all day. I need to sit, but not just down there. Okay, so they're more or less happy there. They can be right in the back and cheer for the visiting team. They want to sit, but not in a dirty seat. They're not gonna enjoy being down there because of the home shapes with a banner. Marlowe cheers for the home team and has a banner. Noah has a banner. And Anna doesn't like strong odors and has a banner. Just checking. Aiden wants to be in row 4. Anyone else? Anyone else have a row specification? Adley wants to be in row 4. Put them there. But no one else seems to mind. With these 3 having banners, it maybe makes sense to put them like here. Like that. Yeah, we'll try that for now. Fareed wants to stand and cheers for the visiting team. Riley doesn't want a dirty seat. Doesn't want a dirty seat and cheers for the home team. We just put them somewhere like this. Try and keep them apart to minimize any noise. Gianna doesn't like strong odors and they don't want a dirty seat. They can sit there. Fareed wants to stand and cheers for the visiting team. Look at my view, they're so loud. Okay. Stand. Maybe we can put them together. If we could put them here, that would be okay. Oh, Evelyn wants to steal some nachos. So they're gonna have to go. Can we put them in the wrong order? We cannot. So Evelyn's gonna have to be next to Rupert. Okay. We can't just put Rupert back because Anna doesn't like strong odors. Then we can't move this sign back because Aiden wants to be alone. And in row 4. And Adley also wants to be in row 4, so we couldn't fit all 5 of these shapes back there. What if would this help at all? These guys can't see. So we'd have to put them in the back. I don't know that helps particularly. Wherever these banner people stand, the people with the 3 seats directly behind them are going to be like locked off. I guess these 2 don't need to be right next to each other. Oh, there we go. There we go, just a small change and everyone's happy. Very nice. We can confirm that, and I think we are done with the football stadium. Great. All completed. Let's move on to the next where we are at the theatre. Nat is here and making an introduction. Hi everyone. This is a short film by me and my friends, Coda and Drew. They asked me to say a few words before we begin. But all I want to say is, thank you. I spent a lot of time worrying about how to be good enough. I never really asked myself, good enough for what? Today I'm surrounded by friends, new and old. And I get to share something I made with them. Something I'm proud of. And that's good enough for me. I hope you like it. But if you don't, that's okay. I'll keep making memories with my friends. Thank you. That was sweet. So, we have the 3 friends here. Nat wants to be in row 1, of course. Coda doesn't like the smell of cologne, and Drew can't stand talking. We'll just put them there first of all. Let's see. their parent Freya. Freya wants to be near the center of the room. Where's that gonna be? Is that one of these two middle seats then? Okay. Finch is wearing too much cologne though, so Coda doesn't like the smell of cologne. Put them down, perfect. Kai eats popcorn, so they are gonna leave a messy seat. Arya makes loud comments about the movie, and Onyx does as well. That's incredible. Onyx wants to steal some popcorn, so I'll put them next to Kai. Oh, Victoria wants to be next to Arya. Oh, they can't stand talking. I guess Arya doesn't need to be next to Onyx. Put them like that. There we go. Faluk, or Faluke maybe, is wearing too much cologne and wants to be alone. Devon doesn't want to be next to a kid and they can't stand talking. And Atlas can't stand strong odors. So that is posing an issue right now. I guess we have a single seat that they could fit in. Perfect. Perfect. Luckily they were happy with it. Let's see what we've got next. Okay. Somehow, out of all of the public situations that we deal with in the game, the theater is the worst. We have people here who wear huge hats, people who look at their phone, people who make loud comments. It's incredible. Let's see. So Matthew wants to be in row 2 and they're wearing their big hat today. We'll put them there for now. Murat wants to be in row 3. They don't like the smell of cologne and they make loud comments. Anyone else want to be in a particular row? Let's check. Corey wants to be in row 2. William cannot see well from far away, so they're going to have to be in row 1. Lynn wants to be near the center of the room, but not behind someone on their phone. Anta wants to be with William. Oh, but that counts. We'll swap them over. There we go. Remy makes loud comments and doesn't want to sit behind someone on their phone. Aiden eats popcorn. Ava wants to be next to another kid. I guess maybe Maku. They can't stand talking though. Anyone else? Aiden just eats popcorn. Look at that. And then Natalia wants to steal popcorn and doesn't like strong odors. Okay, cool. We are going to leave a couple more seats messy with popcorn, but hopefully it doesn't screw us over too much. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Oh, Nat is back and said, Val, you made it. Val said, I wouldn't miss it for the world. And you promised me free popcorn, remember? And Luca, the film star, is here as well. You're giving away popcorn and didn't offer any to your co-star. Luca, I'm such a big fan of your work. Lucas said, me too. Okay, let's see. Oh, great. I know Luca kind of redeemed themselves with a pretty heartfelt apology last time. But they've kind of thrown away all the goodwill I had for them. They have to be in the center of the room and they make very loud comments about the movie. So they affect quite a lot of the room. row 3. They don't want to sit behind someone on their phone, and they eat popcorn. We'll put them in a seat already messy with popcorn. Geordie can't see well from far away, so they're gonna have to go in row 1. Wyatt looks at their phone and they want to be in row 2. Put them there in the corner. And I think those are all the row requirements. Let's see. Go Show makes loud comments and wants to be with someone. They can chat with Luca about their thoughts on the film. Ollie wants to steal popcorn and can't stand talking. Val wants to be with Luca, so maybe we can put them like that. There we go. Nat doesn't want to sit behind someone on their phone, and they don't want a dirty seat, so let's put them in the front there. Maria doesn't want a dirty seat and doesn't want to be next to a kid. Put them there. Down Betul doesn't want to be next to Luca. Let's just see if we can fit everyone else in here. Something like that. Okay, perfect. Perfect. I didn't give those last few placements too much thought, so I'm glad they worked. Okay. I think we're on to the final showing of Nat's film. But it's a good sign that it's been so packed. Let's see, any row requirements. Evelyn needs to be in row 1 because they can't see well from far away. Salem wants to be with their parent Evelyn, so we'll put them in the front as well. Noah wants to be in row 2, but they can't stand talking. Anyone else? Barry wants to be near the center of the room, and they look at their phone. Okay. So Luna is wearing their big hat today, and they want to steal some popcorn. So they'll either need to be in row 1 or row 2 to be seated next to the popcorn eaters. We'll try row 2 and see where that gets us. Oh, Messia also wants to steal popcorn, and they look at their phone. Barry won't mind, because they're just looking at their phone as well. Alexis can't stand talking, and they don't want to sit behind someone on their phone. That's fine. Maeve we can put in the corner. Gianna wants to talk to someone and make loud comments. Oh, but Noah can't stand talking. That might cause an issue then. If we put them there and found someone to sit next to them. There. But Hiroshi. Oh no. You know, I wonder with the way that this like dirty seat mechanic works, where it really depends on where we place people in the earlier rounds. I wonder if these puzzles are like almost procedurally generated, just because Hiroshi here, they don't want to sit in a dirty seat, but they would be perfect to go in either the left or right seat next to Gianna. Unfortunately for us, they're both dirty. So that is awkward for us, but it just makes me wonder how these puzzles are generated. Popcorn, they want to be alone, and they don't like people talking. They want to be in the center of the room, make loud comments to be with someone. Thankfully we can just move them forwards, and that's not too much of an issue. Thankfully. But that's it for this showing of the film, so let's move on. Perfect. 46 thumbs next level, it looks like we are at maybe some awards or like an after show event. Nadia here said, "Oh my gosh," very quickly. It's all one word. Oh my gosh. I loved your movie. And Nat said, "Thank you so much." My name's Nat. Nice to meet you. It's an honor. You're the coolest rhombus ever. Can we take a picture together? Yes, of course. Okay, let's see how this works. We can snap, snap, click, click the camera, turn the lights on, click, click, click. A couple big ones as well. Okay. So Nat doesn't want anyone in front of them, and Nadia wants to be with Nat. Oh, I see. I see, it's like a group photo. How many? We've got 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shapes, and 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 spaces. So it's going to be a tight squeeze. Coda wants to be behind someone and wants to be with Drew, who doesn't want anyone in front of them. So we'll put them like that. Oh no. That's so cute. Coda gets shy when no one's in front of them and they say, "I want to appear in the photo." Jack wants to be in front of Tarek, who wants to be with Batul and doesn't want to be next to Harper. Where's Batul? Where's Batul? Who doesn't want anyone in front of them? Let's see, Noah wants to be with Nadia. If we swap them over, that would work okay. Harper wants to be behind someone and they don't like bad smells. Elijah forgot to shower though, and doesn't want to be next to Drew. So we wouldn't be able to put them like this, unfortunately. We could swap them like this though. Scoundrel. Oops, what have I done here? Batul doesn't want anyone in front of them. Harper wants to be behind someone and they don't like bad smells. And Derek wants to be with Batul. Oh, but that won't work because of the bad smell. Let's see. We have two shapes that don't want anyone in front of them. So we need 2 spaces free in the front. And that means we have to use all of the spaces in the back. Where are we going to put Elijah then? Coda wants to be with Drew. That would be naughty. We have a group of 3 here. Batul doesn't want anyone in front of them. Which one? That doesn't really help us though. That doesn't really help us. We could move these all the way to the edge maybe. And then put like... They don't like bad smells. Oops. Okay, hang on. Let's think about this. Let's think about this. So that's not going to work because Harper wants to be behind someone. And Drew doesn't want anyone in front of them. But this needs to be a group of 3 because Nadia wants to be with Nat and Noah wants to be with Nadia. And Nat wants to be in the front, so this has to be a group of 3. Jack has to be in the front as well, and specifically in front of Tarek, who wants to be with Batul, but not next to Harper. Oops. Should we try and like group up this group of 3 here? Who else wanted to be in the front? Jack wanted to be in front of Drew didn't want anyone in front of them. Coda wants to be behind someone like that. Tarek doesn't want to be with Badul. Wants to be with Badul, not in front of them. Unless, Harper wants to be behind someone. How many people we got? In front of them. 2 people don't want in front of them. Badul wants to be in the front. I think I might move all of these shapes off and we'll start again. Yeah, I think we'll start again. I was getting it a bit tied up there. Okay, so we have our group of 3. Nat, who doesn't want anyone in front of them. Nadia, who wants to be with Nat, and Noah, who wants to be with Nadia. So we can put them like that. We have... Where is it? Jack, who wants to be in front of Tarek, specifically. And Tarek wants to be with Badul, who doesn't want anyone in front of them. So that kind of works. Noah forgot to shower. Doesn't want to be next to Drew. Harper wants to be behind someone, but they don't like bad smells. And Drew doesn't want anyone in front of them. So it keeps kind of leading me into this situation, but Elijah's causing issues because they refuse to put deodorant on. Let's see. We could shift them around like this, maybe. Oh, but Harper just kind of follows the crowd because they don't. Because Coda wants to be with Drew. They just don't need to be next to each other. Elijah and Harper. Coda wants to be behind someone. Shift them over a bit. Like that. They'll appear in the photo. They don't look bad smell. But Tool doesn't want anyone in front of them. Do they need to be stood next to each other? Oh, okay. Okay, they don't need to be next to each other. That could be helpful. That could be helpful then. What if we put Elijah there? Oh no, they don't want anyone blocking them. Harper does want to be blocked by someone. They don't like the bad smells though. To be with Badul. Does that count? No, it doesn't count. I don't know how much that helps us. They want to be with Nadia. They want to be with Nadia. Nadia wants to be with Nat. So we could do like a group of 3 like that. Oh, okay. I'm not sure why that one was so difficult for me, but we got there in the end. Everyone's happy, and we can move on to the next photo. Click, click, click. I'll take the photo. Okay, let's see. Ira or Ira maybe. They don't want anyone in front of them, and they don't want to be next to Sarah. Sarah wants to be near the center of the room, and they don't like cologne. Luna wants to be with Teo, and they don't like strong odors, and Teo doesn't want anyone in front of them, and they don't want to be next to Gray, who wants to be behind someone. Avery is wearing too much cologne and wants to be on the left side. Laura is wearing too much cologne and doesn't want to be next to Avery. Gianna wants to be in front of Avery. You scoundrel. How about that? Oh, the other way, of course. There we go. And Roshan wants to be alone. Of course. Like, completely alone. That's insane. That's insane. On a... Can we, like, slot these in? No. How would that work if we put them like this? Oh, they don't like the cologne. Can we swap them over like this? They don't like the cologne either. To be with Teo. They don't like the strong odours. And let's put Roshan back there. They don't want him. Does that count? That's okay. That's good. If we put them like that. Don't like the smell of cologne. It would be with Teo, and they don't like strong odours. It says Teo doesn't want to be next to Grey. And Ira doesn't want to be next to Sarah. Right, that doesn't work for anyone then. Grey wants to be behind someone, so that would be fine. Sarah wants to be in the center of the room. Okay, cool. Cool, we managed to fit them all in. Very nice, let's move on, On to the next photo, Okay. Eliana wants to be behind someone on the left side. Gaia wants to be in front of Marlo, and they don't like the smell of cologne. Marlo forgot to shower and wants to be on the right side. Dorian wants to be with Foluke, or Faluk, but they don't want to be next to Eliana. Faluk doesn't want anyone in front of them, and they don't want to be next to Aurora, who also doesn't want anyone in front of them, but they don't like strong odours. So like that maybe. Kari is wearing too much cologne and wants to be with Faluk. We put them there. Derry wants to be in front of Kari. Right, so Faluk's gonna have to be in the back row as well. With Derry in front of them. Dorian wants to be with Faluk as well. They could be in the back. Eliana wants to be on the left side and behind someone. Can we shift all of these across one maybe? Eliana back there. Doesn't want anyone in front of them, and they don't like bad smells like that. Don't want anyone in front of them, and they don't like strong odours. Okay. To be on the right side. Oh, they don't like being in the centre, right? Though, so they're gonna have to be in one of the two rows. There. They could be in the back though. Maybe next to Aurora. Like that. Aurora. How about that? Who's not happy? Oh, Kari, because they're not with Faluk. But Derry wants to be in front of Kari, so that's not gonna work. To be with, but they're gonna have to be in the back. Right. We're gonna have to rethink. Points one on the left. No bad smells, they want to be in the front. No bad smells, they don't like strong odours. Including cologne. In front of them. Oh, how about just there? Okay, perfect. I missed the obvious solution there, but let's move on to, I think, the final photo here. Okay. Alexis here says, okay everyone, let's take a group photo. Luke is here as well. make sure you get my good side. And Val, they're all good sides. Drew said, Coda, your eyes are closed. Coda said, I'm always blinking in pictures, so I thought I'd try it the other way around. And finally, Nat, thank you so much, everyone. I couldn't have chosen better travel buddies. Very cute. Let's see if we can fit everyone in here. Oh, I think this is going to be an easy one. It just looks like no one wants anyone in front of them, which makes sense. Let's just put them all in the front row and we will take the picture, take the picture for an easy win. We got a couple of achievements, one for completing all the main story levels and one for unlocking the final city's secret level. If the final city is anything like the other ones, there will only be one secret level, which we will definitely do. But I have really enjoyed this game. It was super cute. It was a little bit tricky at times, but not too tough. It didn't take hours and hours. As long as I didn't miss any of the requirements. But I thought it was a great balance and perfect overall for some ASMR. Nat has said thank you for playing. No, thank you, Nat. Thank you. Well, let's finish off the final secret level. Here we are. Looks like a day at the beach. Sergey here has said, I forgot my sunscreen. So let's get a spot with an umbrella. Maria has said, if we sit near an umbrella, I'll close it. I want a tan. You know I have sensitive skin. Oh my goodness, Maria said, well, let's see if with a bit of oil you turn into a nacho. That's cold. Let's see what's going on here at the beach. Oh, I got an achievement for building a sandcastle. I'm gonna have to check them after we finished to see if I've got all of them. We can open and close these umbrellas to cover pairs of seats with some shade. Sergey did mention that they get sunburned easily. But Maria wants to tan, so they're gonna have to sit somewhere that doesn't have the shade up. Anyone else gets sunburned easily? Devon does. But Devon watches movies on their phone and Sergey wants to concentrate and read. So we'll have to put them in different umbrellas. For Reed plays loud music and they don't want to swim. Finch wants to swim. We'll put them in one of these donuts then. Maeve wants to swim. Guy wants to swim and wants a tan. Hiroshi doesn't want to swim and wants to be alone. We'll just put them there. Perfect. Who's next? Okay. We've got a couple of people hanging around. Kari plays loud music and wants to tan. Sage wants to watch movies on someone else's phone, so we'll put them next to Devon. Oliver wants to read and also wants a tan. Ira wants to tan and has sunscreen to share. Tiani gets sunburned easily. Charlie gets sunburned easily. We'll put them there. Nadia wants to be next to another kid. We could maybe put them swimming. Lynn gets sunburned easily and wants to be next to Ira. And Freya gets sunburned easily. Nice. Pretty straightforward one. Everyone managed to slot in pretty easily. Okay, whoa. A load more shapes and a couple of loud ones as well. We also have the gang here. Oh, just two actually, Nat and Alexis. Nat would like to tan and they want to be next to Alexis. And Alexis just wants to be next to Nat, which is sweet. Liam wants to swim and plays loud music. Lee wants to tan and plays loud music. And Rupert wants to tan and plays loud music. Oh, I probably should have checked for any other swimmers. Albert wants to swim. Aurora wants to swim and can't stand loud music. Mika wants to tan and doesn't want to swim. Orsias wants to tan and can't stand loud music. Sebastian wants to tan and has sunscreen to share. And finally Wang wants to tan and doesn't want to swim. If we put Sebastian next to Sergei. Ah, perfect. Sergei's happy because they can borrow Sebastian's sunscreen. You just put them in there. Great. Great. And one more level here. One more level. Oh, Alexis said, "What are you gonna do now, Nat?" Nat said, "First, I'm gonna rest, and then we'll see." That's a great idea. You've been through a lot. I had a lot of help along the way. It feels like someone was out there making sure I always ended up next to the right person. That's so sweet. I guess it was the universe, like Coda says. Well, thank you, universe. That's really sweet. Let's see what we got here. We have a group here who all want to be next to each other. One of whom wants to swim, so I guess they're all swimming maybe. To read. Can they read while swimming? I guess they can. Anyone else? Okay, cool. No one else wants to swim, so we're good there. Osiris gets sunburned easily. We can open up an umbrella though. Massey wants to read and doesn't want to swim. Elizabeth wants to read and gets sunburned easily. Anna wants to tan and wants to sleep, so they're not going to be able to go there. And Angela wants to tan and wants to sleep as well. Want to tan and want to sleep. Don't want to swim. Rupert wants to tan. Angela wants to tan and want to sleep. Well, let's put them at the back here. We have a reader. Does that help at all? Does that help at all? It's Rupert here that's causing the issue because they are loud. They're loud. They're loud. If we put them in one of these corner slots though, that isn't so bad. Does that count? No. Elizabeth gets sunburned easily. Laura doesn't want to swim, but they have sunburn. They have to share with them like that. Put the back here, and then open up the umbrella, and we're good to go. And we're good to go, and I can confirm that one. Perfect. Oh, the thumbs up. Nat said, "What about you, Alexis? Any new movies on the horizon?" Alexis said, "Actually, I just finished a new screenplay." Tell me about it. It's about a rhombus who goes on an adventure to find out where they belong. You know what? I think that would make for a great game. They go all over the world only to end up back where they started. Sounds a bit anticlimactic. It's a character study. Did you have anyone in mind for the part? Well, I heard Luca is free. Oh, no. But I thought maybe you'd be interested if you aren't too busy. Movie star. Sign me up. That's very cute. And I have received an achievement for completing all of the levels with a perfect score. So that does unfortunately mean that we have finished all the levels there are to play at the moment. I have thoroughly enjoyed Is This Seat Taken? And I really hope that you have enjoyed it too. Especially if you have joined me for all of the videos so far. If you know of any other puzzle games that are like this,